Hello, and welcome back to the channel. Sorry about the late. Hello, and welcome back to the channel. The late, speech thing. Just setting up everything for today. So, before we get going with the game and everything, I just want to have a little quick chat that I am going back to recording with my face very soon. This is not the way I plan to do Uncharted and the Batman reviews, especially not playing something like FIFA. However, while my camera is currently out of business for the time being, this is how my video will go. But Friday, coming to season 2, everything will be back up to normal and get a physical video, and it's going to be way better than this. So I understand if you don't want to stick around watching me play FIFA while talking about something so unrelated to FIFA. It's unbelievable. But anyway, I also wanted to try and do this like separately, simply because it's two very different films, and I have two very different reviews for them. So we're going to get Uncharted out of the way quite quickly, and then we're going to deep delve into the Batman. Like I said, this is not how it planned, but this is how it ended up come out. So let's get going with FIFA and into the talk about Uncharted.
My name is Derek Ray. With me in the commentary position
So
is
for
the
me,
former Arsenal and England defender Lee Dixon.
Let's start
and we have the
off with
first
the
match
big
in the CONMEBOL
Did I
Libertadores
enjoy
group
the
stage
film?
coming right up for you.
Yes.
It's Barcelona, and they take on the strongest.
Well, thanks,
in fact,
Derek.
I actually
this
enjoyed it
tournament
a lot
means so
more than I
much to the
thought I
fans
was
in
going
South
to.
America, and it means so much to these two
However,
clubs
the
as well.
biggest issue
I'm sure
I
they'll
had
be both eager to have a strong
with the
start
film
in this
going
group
into
and
it
move
was,
towards securing their spot in the knockout rounds.
the fact that obviously the age difference with Drake in comparison to his video game counterpart. Like, they state that he's about 34 at the time of the first game. So to have this 22-year-old, I believe, Tom Holland is, play the role,
For that pass.
quite jarring. Not to say that the characters
Into the
don't
advanced
work,
position.
but
Corner
I think they
conceded,
just
it
tried
came
too
off the
much
defender.
in one film, and that's the biggest issue I have with
Over it comes.
this film.
That's very decisive
It's the fact
goalkeeping.
that it's just trying to be all these things at once.
Well,
Now,
he's won the
granted,
ball. Not a great pass.
when it comes to video games and video games movies in
Space
general,
afforded him.
they don't always end up being these
How about the
masterpieces.
cross?
They can never be these masterpieces, to be honest
Clears
with you,
his
because
lines.
I
Speculative
think,
effort
it's
here,
very
but
difficult
it
to
can't
take
get all the way
something that
through.
works in a video game
Well,
and try and
how
put it in a
close was
movie.
that? Inches away.
It never works. At least not in the long run, anyway. You take a look at some of the biggest fails in doing that. Like Spider-Man 3, for instance.
Reynoso.
Spider-Man 3 is a terrible
Well, the
film,
attacking options appear
and a
plentiful.
terrible video game. Funny enough, actually, I
over
always
towards
sometimes
the
think
back
it
post.
was a
Insufficient guile on the crossing front, you've got to say.
but only slightly, but we don't talk about that.
In the right place to cut out the pass.
So yeah, for me, it had a struggle from the get-go.
Just tell
there
us,
was
Lee,
no
what you
way
think the
in
plan
hell it was
should
gonna
be from the
succeed.
point of view of the visitors.
Well, I think the
As
visitors
much
will
as
get
they
everybody
played
behind
it,
the ball and try and
they did
spring
too
attacks from that
too
position.
many
And if you've got
things
the right
all at
type of
once.
players to soak up that pressure, then
with
why not
the
adopt
whole,
that tactic? Makes
you've got the
complete
plane
sense
scene,
to me.
which is from the third game, start of the second or the third game. I believe it's the second one. For that, me personally, that felt
perfect.
so
Ball
out
one.
of place with the whole thing with the ship, and the Francis Drake thing from part 4. And you had little snippets from the first film, the first game, and the
Gomez.
second game, and the third game, and of course the fourth game. And for me, the story just
Promising
felt
looking
really
ball.
lacking. I actually felt myself a little bit, actually quite a bit pissed off
The high press was on,
while
and the
watching
chance is
Uncharted
on.
because it did so much
Will it lead to the
in
goal that puts them
one
ahead?
movie.
Might still be able to do a bit of
Like,
damage.
then if they're not turning it into a franchise,
And a time for
I'm not
calm on
saying
the
they
ball.
have to copy a game word for word, line for line, you know,
A
scene for
glorious
scene,
chance.
but
The opportunity was there,
come
but
on,
he got it
when
wrongly.
you've got
Well, even I would
the
have scored
source
there. He's had
material
an
where,
absolute
like
nightmare.
comics and like any superhero film, which we'll get onto in a moment,
Well,
that
he's
works.
lost the ball.
It works for a reason, and it works because they don't try to directly
A potential danger
copy
here.
everything. Like Civil War, for instance. Civil War is a very
Opportunity
different
to deliver
story
the
to
cross.
the actual comic of the same title.
Cutting in from the flank.
For Marvel,
Oh, surely.
for many reasons,
Oh, tremendous goal! Technical
and that is
excellence
down
to finish
to
that one off.
the
Wonderful
fact
to
that,
have
that they
that in
haven't
your
tried to just copy it
repertoire.
word for word, or you know, done bits and
Let's
bobs
have another
from
look
here
at this. He
and
wasn't
there.
expecting
I mean,
the ball,
obviously
but when
they
it
could
comes
not
to him,
do it
he
in the
chooses
way that the
early to
comic
volley
does
it.
it
What a
because
finish.
The opening goal of the game then.
because of because of restrictions to Fox Universe having all mutants and Fantastic Four. So the story couldn't be
Intercepted
fulfilled
it.
anyway. So they were like, okay, so how do we work that?
Chance
That
to do
wasn't
damage.
something they did for Uncharted. That wasn't something like, okay, well, we'll make our own little thing, do it based on one story. That is the way it should have gone. And unfortunately
Making
it didn't.
progress.
And that's
And a
where,
strong tackle.
for me, the struggle failed. I don't think it fails too much for the film. It's a very entertaining film.
And he
And there
read
are
it
some
well.
very great
Opportunity
set
in the
pieces
wide
in there.
area.
But unfortunately, it
Looking
just
towards the
doesn't do
back post. I must admit,
what,
I thought he was going to score with that header.
Yeah, it was a
what I was
quality
hoping it
cross, and
would
he
do,
gets
and
up well,
surprised me.
and it's
and
just
changed my
wide.
mind. Do I love it? No. Do I hate it? No. I enjoyed it. You know, for that reason, for the first time, I am actually going to try and stick with this, with the review systems. It gets 6
Looking
out of 10
confident
for
with
me.
the ball at his feet.
And those 4 points
He's
is
in with a
literally
chance.
for the video games themselves.
Can they stop it going
Do
in?
not do
An easy
do
one
not
to
do
cut out,
a
really.
video game film and try and copy everything or every little
Well, it's
detail or
terrific to have the
snippet from
Copa
every
Libertadores
game.
group stage
It doesn't
finally
work. It's never
underway.
gonna
The
work.
biggest club competition
And it
here
never
in
works
South
as well.
America. With a this could square the game, but the keeper has
So of course
his
we are going
say.
to move on now
And
to
how
the big
important
one,
could that be
the
in the
big
grand
film
scheme of things?
of the
Well,
year,
Derek,
and
he got
so
all his
far
angles completely right. That's
Spoiler
what he's
alert
there
here,
for. Keeping
but-
out the net.
has been
He's
my
lost it.
favourite film of the year so far.
How can he take them
You
on
know,
and beat
Scream
them?
5
And he's in.
disappointed me a little bit.
Couldn't quite hang on.
Not to a major point,
The
but
keeper has
I love my
custody of
horror
the ball,
films,
but
and
just
that
a few
is
seconds
Texas
beforehand,
Chainsaw
he
Massacre,
had a big save to make.
Well,
Yeah, that
keep
was
hold of
terrible.
it. Have a breather, because that first save deserves
which was
us
a
all
bit
to look at him
expected.
and
Those
clap.
films aren't great, which is why that film actually was one of the. It was probably
Getting the
the
ball forward.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre that I've most enjoyed ever since
Now,
watching
will
the
the cross
original
work
for the
out
first
for them?
time.
Oh,
But on
that's a
rewatches
goal
then
and
anyway.
the wrong end. Well, it's every defender's nightmare. An
So-
own goal here.
For me,
Well, let's
The
have a look at
Batman
that again. All defenders
has been the
look
best
away.
film I've
Nobody
seen so
likes
far
to
this
see
year.
this. It's
Um,
poor, you have to say, but it's important now that he puts his
Why?
head back on and starts
why
to
does the
concentrate on the rest
Batman
of the
work the
game.
way it does? It's because it's different.
So, a level contest.
Is it because it's
1-1.
gritty? A little bit of everything. I was pleasantly surprised by Robert
Not a
Pattinson's
particularly
performance
strong challenge.
as not only the Batman, but the little bits
In
of Bruce
goes the
Wayne we
cross,
got.
but absolutely
Like,
no
one of the
support
biggest
there.
critiques I have with the film
Will
is
this
that there's
corner
not enough
bear
Bruce
fruit
Wayne.
for them?
The Bruce Wayne persona is not there, and I think it's something that a lot of people quite like to like. A lot of people loved Christian Bale for his portrayal of not only Batman but of Bruce Wayne, and we barely get any Bruce Wayne in this film.
Firing it into the
Does it
area.
ruin the film?
Did his job
No.
defensively.
In no way does it. This film is called The Batman because
Well,
it's
that is how
about
to run at defenders.
the Batman.
Excellent challenge.
It doesn't concentrate too much on the villains like the Tim Burton era of films and the Joel Schumacher mess that was Batman and Robin. Like that quadrilogy of films, which includes Batman, Batman Returns, Batman Forever and Batman and Robin, had that issue.
Couldn't keep
They
it.
concentrate too much on the villains, and Batman is the key part of those stories. And there was nothing like that. And then obviously when you came around to doing
Perfectly positioned to take it away.
when we came around to having the Christopher Nolan Batman films,
This is looking threatening.
that went away as well.
Keeper did
There
his
was
job.
like
Cleared
oh
off the
my God,
line. Alert defending.
sorry. Yeah, that's the problem with playing again.
Not to be advised giving the ball away there.
You know, there
Fans
was
can sense they have the momentum here, creating plenty
concentration
of
on the
chances,
villains
but
in
can they
that
make it
quadrilogy.
count?
When we come round to Christopher Nolan, sorry.
Breaking at pace.
When we came round to Christopher Nolan being
Well, it looked like open road for
the
them, but
elm
up a
runner
dead
of
end.
like the Batman and well, Batman.
Can they create
And
something?
how he changed things for the better.
Garces.
There was
Still
so much
an opportunity.
that he did for the better that,
Well, they can keep
like, you know,
possession
I
of it
love
now.
Batman, Michael Keaton's Batman, down to a T. But when it came to Christopher Nolan's Batman, I didn't have the same love for it.
It's opening
But
up for them. Giving the ball away.
it
And a foul
upped
in the
its
opinion
game.
of the referee.
It
Now,
upped the game,
what can they do from this free kick situation?
going forward for Batman films and Batman iterations, because it brought him back down to the serious Batman that we all know and love. One of the best things about Batman is how serious he can be. And you know, the day that was straight,
And the whistle is
I'm not
sounded
good at
for
free kicks and stuff.
half-time.
And that's what you know, Christopher Nolan's Batman. That's what he did with it. So moving forward
The two teams have switched
to
around
the
and
Batman.
are ready now
Obviously,
for the
we have
second
Ben
half.
Affleck's Batman in between, which arguably, yes, I do like Ben Affleck as Batman.
Determined
Again,
defending.
that was another big surprise. An actor like Ben Affleck, who I was worried because obviously we had him before as Daredevil
Oh, showing excellent vision.
and was
It's a bit too easy
absolute
for his
piss
opponent.
poor.
that cross was
You know,
more than
you can put that
acceptable,
down to
but
the
they couldn't
film
fire
and
it
not
home.
necessarily the actor. You know, Ben Affleck did the best he could. George Clooney did the best he could with Batman and Robin. That was just a terrible choice anyway. But then, of course, we had the reveal that the Batman for this
Riveros.
film, when it wasn't going to be a Ben Affleck base,
I think most
Batman.
fans would be
It
pretty
wasn't going to
happy
be
with this man's
Batfleck
display so
from the
far.
DC
Well, Derek,
films that we'd
He's
already
in with a
known,
chance.
from
Can he
Batman v
finish?
Superman, from Justice
And a
League,
goal
all of
it
those.
is to put
We weren't
them in
gonna get
front again. No less than they
that was me scoring,
deserve.
by the way. I'm at 2-1 now.
Well, here it is again,
that
and I
was
wonder how
that,
he waltzes past the
you know?
defender so easily, and he takes full
And then we
advantage
came
of the
round
time he's
to
given.
it
It's an
being revealed
accomplished
that
finish
Robert
too.
Pattinson would become
So
the
there we
new
have it.
Batman
2-1.
for this film, now directed by Matt Reeves. And you know, I remember thinking, oh my god, they're going to make Batman spark.
And he might be through
You
here.
know, now you know that is very much a
You know
very.
what? He's going to be annoyed with himself given the position he was in, Lee.
Well, yeah, they worked it really well, didn't he? He's got in a position to score and not really took advantage of that.
That is very much an old joke. It's a joke that is very old at now, and should not be construed as being a, you know, it's not something that, but you know, at the time, the first thought I had was, oh no, not that guy from Twilight. I haven't really followed Robert Pattinson's career
Chance to play it in.
since
Can
Twilight.
he finish this? Oh, he's missed
Probably
it.
named one
Oh,
film
goal
of his. I
behind
think
Derek,
it's called
and he's
Remember Me.
missed. It's a big miss.
And I think it had some sort of connection with the World Trade Center thing. Not being disrespectful there. But anyway, so
Castillo.
when we came down to that and it was being revealed and
It's
everything
a
like that, I
weighted
wasn't
pass.
too keen on it. And then the trailer came out. And the trailer changed
Chance maybe.
my mind big time on this film.
Well, threat
It
about
turned
it.
me around and made me think, right, okay, this is down to
Not a fantastic piece of
serious, you know,
defending,
you've got
was it?
some decent actors
And a
in.
goal! They've added
You know,
to
you've
the
got
lead.
Colin
Michael
Farrell
needed security.
in there, you know. I apologise for not remembering Catwoman's real name in real life. Zoe Kravitz. Is that right?
So there it is, 3-1
As Selena
the
Kyle,
current
and, you know,
scoreline here.
I mean, obviously Colin Farrell played Penguin, who completely disappeared into the role. You would not say that was Colin Farrell.
Gomez.
That's down to, partly down
Reynoso.
to, you know, the look of Penguin.
Well, he likes to run at them.
Because it didn't even look like it.
Not an
But
especially
it
strong
sound,
challenge.
and it doesn't sound like him at all. Right? So he lost it. He got lost it.
Defensive
But, you know,
Brazilians to
there was
shut
a
them
great
down.
Jeffrey Wright, I think it is. He was playing
And we're
Gordon,
inside the final 30
and you know,
minutes.
it shocked me because, you know, I'm not one of these whitewashers. You know, if you're gonna change the role,
A
that's fine
routine
by me.
save.
I don't care. You know, black, white, Asian, all of it, blue, green, orange, yellow. I don't care. When I saw that Jeffrey Wright was going
An
to be
attack
Gordon, I
full of
thought,
promise.
yeah, that is a great casting. You know,
Delivering it into the box.
we got him as
Well, a
the
header that was
Watcher
frankly miles off target.
in
Well,
the
technically,
Watcher,
that was,
in, you know, the What
awful.
If series, and you know, he's had some really great roles, and I actually really do respect him as an actor, and think he's a great actor, and was a brilliant choice for it. The one thing that was still bugging me at the trailer point was still the Robert Pattinson thing, but again, as well, it did make me eat my own words.
And he keeps going.
So,
Oh,
when
what an
going into
opportunity.
the actual film and
Real
actually
chance.
watching the film,
Oh, that is a majestic
thought
goal.
came to mind
Volleyed home with precision
that
and
I was
style.
completely wrong to
Superbly
judge
done.
Robert Pattinson as being cast as the
Well,
Batman.
not too much defending
as
going
being
on in
cast
the grand
as
scheme of
Bruce
things.
Wayne.
4-1.
Something I never thought would ever happen, especially when we got it
Gomez.
revealed that he was playing the role.
Now what can they do
So
from
yeah,
here?
everything just completely changed. As you can tell by now, I absolutely
Really
love
getting stuck
this
in defensively.
Batman film. It does
Well,
a
that'll be
lot
a
of
free
things
kick.
right. There's honestly not, like,
Martinez.
there really isn't a thing that
Luis
I can
Fernando
nitpick.
Leon.
Maybe the length.
Real
But
difficulty
even then,
keeping the
it
ball.
feels fitting for how long the film is and what we get in the
Determined
film.
defending.
The Riddler. Oh my god. The Riddler is a villain. Brilliant.
And
you know?
space to attack.
Absolutely brilliant. It's a great introduction to the Bruce Wayne.
Well, far from the cross he had in
It's a
mind.
great
Goal
introduction
kick
for
it
this
is.
version of Batman, I mean. To have a villain that's a little bit smaller in... Look, don't get me wrong, the Riddler is a major villain for the Batman. But when you think of his rogues gallery, you know, you could say he's
Castillo.
small fry in comparison to
Martinez.
Two-Face, in comparison to Penguin, the Joker, which is
Wanted to keep
obviously
it, but couldn't.
overplayed at this point.
Really pressing their opponents.
And that's where everything just goes right. They got everything down to a T.
It is
I
to be a
absolutely love
throw-in.
this film. And I'm actually going to see it struggle to actually be beaten this year as my favourite film of the year. This is definitely
Struggling to
going
keep
to be
the
on my
ball.
list. Back down to New Year, you know, when we come to New Year. And I did a list for the top 10 films of 2022. This is definitely going to be the top 10.
Can he play it in?
And I honestly,
That's how to blunt the edge
there's
of the
a few
opposing
films
attack.
that are obviously coming out very soon
And a throw-in
that
forthcoming.
could easily pop it down to third or fourth.
Substitution time it is here.
I.e. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. There's no way in hell I am going to enjoy the Batman more than that. Surely not. And then we've got, you know, there's a lot of
Torres. And the cross
Marvel
goes
movies
in.
on the list, all
A
of them
deft
from there.
clearance. And breaking at pace with
Black
menace.
Panther, Wakanda Forever.
And
That,
attempting the
you know what
through
I mean?
ball.
These films, the comic book films. Let's just talk about that for a moment
Fed
before I
over
give you
towards the
my
back post.
full review of the
Still
film.
alive.
Comic book films in general this
time
year
for calm
are getting
on the ball.
absolute love. You know, we are getting spoiled.
A very disappointing
To
effort.
death.
Well, he's in a great spot as well. It's all about the decision
Unfortunately,
making,
there is a
and he
Marvel
makes the
film coming
wrong
out
one.
soon that doesn't excite me at all whatsoever. and that is Morbius. Morbius could just not excite me in any way possible, to be perfectly honest with you. It's
only 10 minutes remaining.
It's sad
here.
Because, you know,
this is looking threatening.
There has been so much
options in the
stuff
centre
going against Morbius in the run-up to the film, and now we've come down to the film actually coming to be released, and they've changed so much at the last minute because they realised just how good No Way Home came out to be, that they want to do a similar thing in their universe with all these characters and take away any possible connection to any Spider-Man in this film. That's an issue. But anyway, going back to the Batman, the visual effects and the way they portray Batman being a little bit
he continues his run
out there,
and the cross into the middle,
being a little bit on loss of, you know, he's not a perfect Batman, and I don't mean that as an actor or as a Batman. I mean that as a character. He has so many issues as being Batman. Again, like I say, it's not based on the actor. It's the way the character has come across.
And a long way out. Oh,
because oh my god, I was just going for a free kick, something I've never done before.
Well, here's a replay,
but yeah,
and I love this, Derek.
Something
it's
as
like a
knuckleball, a character has issues. That's where the development comes from, you know.
Deceives the keeper, that's for sure.
We've come down to like 3 films time with this character of the Batman, and him being the Batman that we all know and love, because they've grown him from time to time. You know, again, most of my problems with this is just nitpicking.
Well, if there were any lingering doubts
the scale
about the
of the
outcome,
film
surely they now have been removed.
Is quite small to a certain effect, and it doesn't reach the heights of Christopher Nolan's Batman. God no. But what they do is good.
You know, I don't think the goalkeeper will
great
be the slightest bit
in turn as well, and he's one of my best it's one of my favourite Batman films, I'm not going to lie.
He was way wide there.
For me, it's not going to be Michael Keaton's Batman film. It never will. And I don't mean Batman Returns, I mean the original Batman film. For me, that is my favourite Batman film.
Great opportunity.
And there will never be a day that it's beaten, honestly. However, this comes really close. This comes really bloody close, I ain't gonna lie. And for that, this Batman film gets a 9 out of 10. You might be wondering, why am I not giving it a 10 out of 10? And it is literally down to the pacing. For me, you know, for kids who love Batman, this is not for kids. Far from it. I'm not saying that's a bad thing per se. But you ask me if there are any kids out there that will actually sit through a 3-hour film, almost, in the cinema for a character like Batman. I think they probably will. But that is where the 1 point comes away for me. Is that, you know, the accessibility for all fans. The film was a 15 as well. So, that's something I thought it was a PG-13 initially. And same thing, a couple of days before I went to see it.
And an encouraging start for them. 3 points from their initial
so it does sort of
really strong start. That's
take away the possibility
that
with 5
games to go, very important you stay in the now. One game at a time, Derek. Bit of a cliche.
It is a film that deserves to be enjoyed. And 9 out of 10.
Positively.
Well, he never gave that back line a chance to get a breath. 2 goals for the lad today. Played superbly well, looked really sharp, constantly playing on the shoulder of the last defender. A real
so yeah, that's the talk about the reviews. So I'm going to leave the initial title. In fact, do I start now? Okay, so you know what? That's it for this initial video talk, but stay live, stay with me, as I am going to be continuing playing this, maybe for a few more hours. I am also over on Twitch every now and then, so I may move this over to Twitch if I think this is ridiculous. But yeah, this is the way it's been. I've been Scribble. This has been Scribble Sphere, and I thank you all so much for tuning in for these reviews. And I appreciate all 21 subscribers on my channel. I will see you all on Friday for my Supernatural Season 2 review. But for now, we will continue playing FIFA. I'll be back in just a few moments. Thank you for watching.